If you've ever been to Auschwitz, it is something that you will never forget. I won't. But 80 years to the day after the infamous Nazi death camp was liberated, the number of survivors still alive to tell their stories is diminishing every year. So today, on Holocaust Memorial Day, we can hear from one of them. Marianne Phillips's father and brother died at Auschwitz, but she had escaped to England. Marianne is now 100, and her life has been written into a book by a Manchester-based Jewish charity. As Stuart Pollitt reports.
Marianne knits regularly, walks daily, and recently mastered email and Zoom. She was born a century ago, part of a Jewish family living in Berlin.
When Hitler came to power in 1933, I was 9 years old. And of course my first experience was in school, when all of a sudden I was ostracized. My friends wouldn't play with me, and I was called the Jewish girl.
Marianne had a father and younger brother, but as life for Jews in Nazi Germany worsened, a decision was made.
After Kristallnacht, they created the Kindertransport, which of course was, taking all in all about 10,000 children in the end.
In 1939, she left Berlin for Britain.
We were not aware that we would be going forever. Our parents were. My father certainly was. And to this day, I remember the hug I got from my father when we said goodbye. Because I now realize that wasn't the hug you give a child. That was a hug of farewell.
Marianne's father Martin and brother Herbert would die at Auschwitz.
Preceded by a shower of flares, German bombers rained fire and high explosive bombs in their most savage attack on London.
Marianne lived in London during the Blitz and reunited with childhood sweetheart Harry, who also left Berlin on the Kindertransport.
And having ended up in England together, we were a great support for each other. He'd already made up his mind that he was going to marry me then, and we did eventually marry.
So this is your early days in Berlin?
I must have been about 3 months, I would guess.
Now a mother and grandmother, Marianne chronicled her life story as part of a major project.
The Fed's My Voice project publishes the life stories of Holocaust survivors and refugees in Greater Manchester. It's been going for about 7 or 8 years now, and we've done 45 books altogether, with another about 15 or so in production. We've had such incredible feedback, especially when survivors like Marianne have gone into schools and told her story, and the children have managed to read the book as well.
Marianne feels it's essential to continue telling her story.
I have to give. And one of the things I can give is my personal experience. And people tell me that meeting somebody who was there seems to make an impression. And as long as I can do that, I will. I think that what happened following Holocaust something so horrific that future generations need to know about it.